Good morning. Today we are going to make a video on feminism in modern literature. Okay, the term feminism is the most buzzing term in this whole world in the literary criticism. Okay, why it is so? Because feminism has been putting some kind of different type of ideology concerning all womanhood. Now we all know that Charles Fourier, the French philosopher thinker, in 1837 has coined the term feminism. Okay, now feminism has been supporting the equality in each and every sector. It might be social, literary, otherwise educational, political, each and every sector in which women should get their proper identity. Betty Friedan is always known as the advocate and harbinger of modern feminism. She comes along with her feminine mystic, and the feminine mystic has been emphasizing the different kinds of rights of women, rights of all women. In the previous era, women were not allowed in any kind of knowledgeable sector. They were only restricted to their threshold also. Okay, they were only restricted to their gender role, and these gender roles were totally unproductive. And many women, maximum women were proving their capacities in concern of their home only. Okay, they were not allowed to go outside, otherwise to earn any kind of financial identity, any kind of social identity. They were always known by the names of their parents, the names of their husbands, and in the society they were just a parasite. They didn't have any kind of authority in family front also. Only some inferior roles were remained to play for. Next to it, modern feminism has been advocating that this apparently tyrannical society were not allowing women to improve their caliber in any kind of field. Okay, women were taught to be submissive, women were taught to be timid, and women were taught to be the ideal one. And some kinds of ideologies were also set, and this ideology were teaching women not to be brave. They were not to be somehow advanced. And these brave, bold, and advanced girls, otherwise women, were considered as a social taboo. Okay, so rest of women were not trying to move an inch away also from these ideologies. And these ideologies were binding women in some kind of particular roles. Women should be ideal housewives, women should be ideal mothers, women should be ideal wives also, and in this way they were only allowed for some kind of inferior roles. When it comes to their social roles, they have zero scope to play any kind of role. Modern feminism has been defining that women are capable. Modern feminism has been portraying strong women character. These women character are fighting for their own rights. These women character are asserting their power. Now they are entered in the power center, and in this power center they are proving their caliber. They are putting forward their own identity. Now they are not parasites. They are a strong woman. They are independent, economically independent, and they are swiping their own cards to buy their own commodities. And for that reason, now in the society, women are moving to and fro with their self-made confidence, and this self-made confidence has been giving their personality as the upright personality. Okay, now they have their own backbone. Now they are so strong to assert their rights. In this way, Betty Friedan has been advocating the modern feminism and their right. Okay, now we are observing that many women are playing very strong and efficient, substantial role in social concern, political concern, in economical concern also. Okay, we are watching them on the power position, and this power position confidence has been asserting the efficiency and intelligence of women. Women are not different from men in concern of intelligence. Okay, they are physically different, but when it comes to their intelligence, they are so duty obedient, they are so assertive, and so for that reason they can establish their identity in each and every sector. Okay. Now, Betty Friedan, otherwise other feminist writer, were trying to alter the disparity between these two genders. Okay, they are trying their level best to bring some kind of association, to bring some kind of utilization between these two genders. Okay, Betty Friedan has been asserting that when women and men are not sharing only children, garden and home, they are sharing the other field also, it will be the matter of equality. Margaret Atwood, Virginia Woolf, Audre Lorde, Simone de Beauvoir, Angela Carter and Betty Friedan were the leading feminists of modern age. Okay, Margaret Atwood has been asserting the role of Offred in The Handmaid's Tale. Offred has been portrayed with some mild colors or mild color, because she is forced to leave her job, because she is forced to be economically dependent, just a parasite upon her husband, and her husband has been asserting his power over her. Okay, now she is reduced just an object. She is reduced to just to play to her gender roles. Okay, and in this way she is a handmaid like object in her home. She has been losing her complete identity, and in this way Margaret Atwood has been emphasizing on all the soft attributes of this female gender. Okay, Mary Wollstonecraft, renowned women's right activist, authored her book A Vindication of Women Right. Audre Lorde, an African American writer, a radical feminist, has been asserting and fighting against the injustice of racism, sexism and classism. Okay, the essay The 4th of July describes how she got her identity when she was on her trip on Washington DC. Okay, next to it, Simone de Beauvoir, we all know her for her book The Second Sex, and it is even today considered as the Bible of feminism. And in this Bible of feminism, she has been taking off the mask of this Hippocratic society. She has been telling one example that a boy of 10 years and a girl of 10 years are equal in strength. They have equal strength. But when they are growing to their adolescent age, they are going in their 16. The girl is more submissive, tear prone, emotional. Okay, and the boy is brave. He has been getting his own identity as a man. He is feeling very proud of his identity, and vice versa. A girl has been not feeling proud anymore about her gender. Okay, because she comes to know the strong attributes of her gender. Okay, and in this way she has been stating that one is not born as a woman, she is rather made a woman. Okay, so for this society, the society has been putting a proper ideology for all womanhood, and the women who are going against this ideology, they are considered bad women. They are considered a women of bad reputation. Okay, and further, Betty Friedan ignited a spark with her feminine mistake. She has been insisting American women not to indulge in their housewife role, because these roles are so unproductive. Okay, nobody will care for their efforts they have been taking for their home. Okay, now she has been insisting American women that they should get absorbed in the professional roles. They should insist upon their professional rights. Okay, if they are facing any kind of harassment, they should raise their voice against this. Okay, and in this way, when they will get absorbed in this power centered role, they will get their identity definitely. So Betty Friedan has been insisting all women not to indulge in their housewife role, but to get out of their homes and to get absorbed in their career roles. Okay, and these career roles are very efficient to give them their identity they are struggling for. Now each and every woman's struggle has been answered in feminine mistake. Okay, Betty Friedan has been insisting on equal pay, equal wages, equal pay, equal work, equal wages. Okay, pregnancy leaves, maternity leaves, anti-harassment squad at workplaces. So Betty Friedan has been enunciating different kinds of rights concerning womanhood. Okay, and now it is very concerned thing that it is we are moving in this modern era and modern problems are very different. Now next to it, Elaine Shorter. Elaine Shorter has been coining the term gynocriticism in 1979. Okay, she has been considering the fact that if women want to be a writer, there should be a different language because their life experience is different. Okay, so this life experience will not fit in the masculine language, and for that reason they should be very active. We should be very active in representation, in delineation of their character, and they should find out a new language, that is feminine language. Okay, it is the term known as gynocriticism. Elaine Shorter, Simone de Beauvoir, Audre Lorde, Margaret Atwood, and Betty Friedan has been coming forth to fight the battle and to find out equality in the society. They all want to prove that women should not be submissive. Women should come on the frontier and they should win and they should cope up with the problem. They should struggle and their struggle will be culminated in the progressive future. So womanhood modern womanhood is indebted to all these authors. Now when we are coming to the climax of this modern feminism in modern literature, we are finding that the characters delineated by these modern feminists, they are strong enough to struggle. They are not parasites. They have getting their equal right on their own. They are earning. They are economically independent. Okay, and they are finding out their own worth. And for this own work, their struggle is very obvious. Okay, for getting their own authority, for getting their own identity, they are struggling a long march. So all women of this modern author delineated by the characters are very strong. These characters are in power. These characters are in authority, and they are playing their role very efficiently. Okay, they are no less than a man who will play the authority role. Okay, and so efficiently when they are playing their roles, they are justifying their roles. They are in command. They are in command. Okay, for that reason modern feminist has been delineating the character of their women protagonists with the strong colors, with the vibrant colors, and these vibrant personalities, these strong personalities are appealing to the modern ladies. Okay.